So Stache Publishing came about. It was basically started as a call by a local comic book shop, Heroic Adventures. They put out a call that they were starting a comic book creator club. So a bunch of people, mostly strangers, got together. People like me who had a writing background, other people that had an art background, people that were long-term comic book fans, and then people that really didn't know much about comics, but they just were looking at it as a creative outlook. And then when we got together, we started working, playing some games, and just doing creative exercises. And then from there, it got to the point where we decided to do an anthology title together. So that came out in the spring of this year. And then once we had the anthology out, we said, okay, what are we going to do with this club? Where are we going to take it? And that's how Stache Publishing came about. We said, well, let's get into more of the business of not just supporting local artists and authors and creative types, but let's help people put out comic books. So right now we've got individuals who are working on their own independent titles, people who have teamed up and are working on titles. We're putting together more anthologies with plans for more in the future and just seeing how far we can take this.
Hi, I'm Ryan Lawson. I am the art director for Stache Publishing. I am actually a writer and artist for Stache as well. When it comes to my creative process, I start off with very loose ideas. I kind of brainstorm for about a week or two with really coming up with a solid idea, writing stuff down, kind of going through some things, asking friends for help. That's what's great about Stache Publishing is we have a collective of very creative people. So I get to shoot some ideas off of the people within the group. And what I do from there is I start going through some thumbnails. And after I go through a pretty quick thumbnail sketches of the way the panels are going to lay out, I then go to the to actually drawing them out. And once everything's done there, I ink them, and then I send them off to Jordan Williams, who's actually in Stache, and he's inking everything for me, and he's going to letter them. And then once they're done there, they go straight to the internet, and there'll be kind of a strip each week, brand new, and that'll go for as long as it kind of goes till I'm done with the series. So.
All of my writing is influenced by my personal background, coming from a restrictive upbringing that I would say was cult-like. Most of my works deal with kind of the challenge of liberation, breaking free from bad environments and triumphing. So that kind of aspect bleeds over into my work quite a bit and influences me. And specifically for comic books, I draw a lot from cinema. I try to, as I'm writing comics, visualize it as a movie, more like storyboarding. And so one of the things that I like is old grindhouse cinema from the 1970s. So my new book that I'm working on, Butterfly, takes its notes from exploitation cinema in the 70s.
My proudest moment would probably actually be creating the company of Stache. We've kind of come from nothing, from just a bunch of random people who share very minimal experience in comics, and we've kind of whittled down and become a very good, solid core group. And that's kind of how Stache came about, and I feel very proud, and I just love the group and hope we can become something greater than what we are.